So, yo, what is up, guys? TheJDzero bringing you another podcast. We're gonna be talking about Stranger Things and some rumors about the next season on Stranger Things. I'm with Stormtrooper Blastoids.
Hello.
And how did you feel about the second season of that?
For me, I finished it a couple days ago, and it's a bit darker this season, and obviously it is a bit darker this season, and it wasn't quite the. Give me 1 second that I mute for a second.
Okay. But yeah, it was pretty dark this particular season. I was not expecting the turnout that was happening for this season. Kind of makes you wonder about what was going on and how far they come to making this particular show do so well. Hopefully it does so well to the point where we won't have the same issue like Game of Thrones, where they finally do a last season and they completely mess it up. We're just gonna go ahead and wait to Stormtrooper Blastoise.
Well, I don't think for
Hold on. Take a be right back.
Open your door.
Don't bother me. Alright. Okay. Alright. Back in it. Alright. Okay. Stormtrooper.
I'm here, buddy. Just give me like 2 more seconds.
What else? How is this show? This shows again pretty dark. Not as amazingly dark as it was. Wait, is it season 2 or season 3? I feel like it was season... No. Season 3. Season 3 was dark. Season 2 was alright. Season 3 was dark. Are you on season 2 or season 3? Oh, yeah, they had season 3. Okay, so season 3 was dark. Well, I don't know why I was thinking about season 2. Season 2 is pretty decent. Season 3 was like over top.
What did you say, John?
Oh, I was like, not season 2, season 3 is what we're talking about. Season 3 was kind of like, again, like you said, it was kind of like a little bit, not too dark, but it was kind of dark when it was kind of light, and then it went dark once it got into midway into the season.
Yeah, I think for whatever happy reason, this particular season is they're not kids anymore, they're teenagers, and this transitional period in the beginning where everybody has kind of grown up since the last events of season 2. And so for this, it was done semi-perfectly. I mean, there's not much that do on regarding, obviously 11 and obviously 11 and, she's now learning more and more things, not through, obviously her ally is Max, and she's getting more and more progressively angry at the 4 boys versus, yeah, and their names are evading me right now. Jimmy, and then, obviously we see another role that's being pivotably played, that, Billy is now the villain. He's like a short-term villain.
Yeah, and then makes everybody else become like part of that concept of being the villain. So you have like the sub boss to the main villain, and it kind of sucks to put him in that state. But then he's like, you can feel why he's in this state to understand what his main issue was and why he acts the way he acts.
Mm-hmm. So where you kind of see. Oops, sorry.
See why he was chosen for the role. To be like the sub boss.
Right. You see that and then in the end, you sort of see that it's almost like it's like that classic movie where it's like the person who's being controlled sees that they pretty much see that someone that they consider an ally is in trouble. And for those of you guys who have not watched the series, just remember there are spoilers ahead. And you can pause this, you can watch the rest of it, and come back to the podcast later. But the one pivotal moment that we're talking about is almost towards the end of the show.
Yep.
And so, and then, obviously you knew about me and how I felt about the end of season 3. It's just, I'm kind of collectively that was pretty messed up.
It was, but then
it was. And obviously you don't know the identity of who the yet. Hopefully, that it is impossible.
exactly.
Because otherwise he's going to lose her kid.
Yeah, because it looked like she could have went in, probably looked around to see if she was still alive in there. But she's like, it explodes, there's no one surviving that. So, if he does survive it, and this is one of those things where they're gonna probably like show a reveal in the next season of, oh, he just jumped out of the way and somehow survived the explosion. That's gonna be the thing.
Yeah, they did leave that in there. I did notice that, but I think had they left that out, it would have changed the mystery even more.
Mm-hmm.
And then it would have been like the big extra factor reveal come season 4.
Yeah.
And so that leads me to believe that the way that they did it, could also be the other guy the guy with the glasses. The conspiracy theorist.
It could be the conspiracy theorist, because I could see them somehow capturing him, and that would be the case. But then it's like, there's no way he probably got captured. But then you don't know.
Yeah.
Because they didn't show him at the end. Because they really didn't show him at the end. Yeah.
Him or Hopper after the explosion, you see that the conspiracy theorist leaves the choice fire, but you don't see him after that. You don't see him after that moment.
Mm-hmm.
leads me to believe that the American has one of two identities.
Yep.
So, but still, like, I don't know if you can believe me or not, but that like, if you had, like, if that ending was like a big, like, ugly cry. That's the end. For the most part.
For the most part. For the most part. Not gonna lie, just for the most part.
So, just for the most part.
But yeah, I mean, again, it was a great show. I'm not gonna lie, it was a very great show. It could have been done maybe a little bit better, but it was a great show. Like always, this is why they have a season 3 now, and potential season 4 is kind of be coming through probably later this year, next year, later next year, or the year after.
You know, as much as I love Stranger Things, I think it's after season 3, I think it's also starting to lose a little bit of steam, which happens.
True. Because they barely advertised it, and so and it looks like they'll probably be having other projects done as well, so.
Yeah.
And then I guess that's pretty much it when it comes to Stranger Things. I do have like the reveal of the Naruto versus Luffy fight. Guess who won that?
I'm gonna go for Luffy.
So it was Naruto. There was a lot of argument in the anime Amino and the Fight Club Amino. They did give us like some pretty good arguments between the two characters, but overall everybody kind of just voted for Naruto for that win. And it's either because they know the character more than they do the other character. So.
Well, I mean, Naruto and Luffy probably.
Yeah. So even then, like.
The series themselves, Naruto and One Piece, have become slowly, since their inception, one of those shows that you would watch if you had a few weeks to yourself.
Yeah, it is one of the big three, so when it comes to Sean Jump, so it's gonna be one of those things again where it's like, oh, who's one of the strongest out of the big three?
No, I think it should be next one should be which one has the most fillers.
Huh?
Which one has the most
Well,
fillers?
when you think about that, I feel like Pokemon beats that when it comes to filler. Because Pokemon has way too much filler. And not a lot of people realize that Pokemon has way too much filler than any of these combined. Since they are the longest show running still. And they're still gonna be the longest running show still. Again, that was like the major thing. If you talk about like, okay, who has like the longest show and who has the longest filler, you think about Pokemon, because when Pokemon, they generally all they do is merchandise, sell their games, sell their cards, and make shows. They always do that. It's the main three things that they do. Yeah. So that's how you'd be like, oh, well, when it comes to Phil,
Pokemon or Bleach?
Bleach? No, Bleach didn't have that much. It was just like kind of like it. It ended in a way where I feel like they needed to stop doing that, but even then, it was just like it could have been better off. But speaking of like our next fight off here, it's a very interesting fight. Have you seen Soul Eater?
Yeah.
Have you seen Ruby?
Partially.
Okay, so we have like a Ruby versus Maka fight.
Ooh. I still think the ending to the Soul Eater was super lame.
Wait. So either or the second half of Soul Eater that they changed the name.
No. Soul Eater not. The ending to Soul Eater was Soul Eater not. I don't remember actually.
See, Soul Eater or not was it was supposed to continue off the series, but with a new main protagonist in it. But it also left at a cliffhanger with that series. So we don't know exactly what they're gonna be trying to do for that series at all, or if they're gonna even continue the series at all. It left at a cliffhanger where it looked like, oh, they might do something afterwards, but we don't know.
Yeah.
And it sucks because it's a pretty damn good show, and a lot of people in the West, like us, who love Soul Eater. So I don't know what they're gonna try to do, and that's really up to the creators.
One anime that ended really stupidly and ended on cliffhanger, and on Funimation.
What about?
And it's the one with the angel and they're trying to get back in time.
The one with the angel?
Yeah.
Blanking out. Did you know what type of?
It was like Powerpuff Girls. It was the anime style.
Why is it that? I'm really like blinking at it.
What was it called? Let me see. It's like a super silly, super adult one too.
Super silly, super adult. And it has to do with angels. Wait, Penny and Stocking?
Penny and Stocking.
Okay. Now, I agree with you. It kind of like ended in a weird place if it,
Yeah.
because it's like the I think it was it Penty? She was able to like get up to the goal that she wanted, and then realizing it's she messed up. She can't have what she wanted because she finally like found the person that she wanted to be with, but she can't have him because she did this many guys. So it's so weird how that happened, and then realizing your sister is technically one of the bad villains on top of that, and giving us a little twist at the end. So even then, it wasn't a bad show. If they were gonna continue that series, I highly doubt it. I mean, it's a good show, but I highly doubt they will continue that series because of how the rating was for it.
When you kind of look at, there's a teaser for season 2. So there is a season 2 somewhere out there. It's just, was it developed?
Or is it in development? Or are they getting improvement to do the series?
Right, and season 2 teaser was 2017.
Oh no. That's kind of like how Footy Kitty was, where they hinted that they were gonna do a new season, but then the new season didn't come out like 2018, and it was like late 2018 when it came out. And then they did one episode that aired in America, and people were just, I would say, like what the parents were just living it right now. They were kind of upset how the show started off on the first episode, and that's what like pushed it back. Where one, it's on Adult Swim, and you can't shit on Adult Swim for that. It's called Adult Swim for a reason, and there's a lot of mature audience watching Adult Swim. So why is your kid watching this mature show? You can't blame, the anime community for that. You can't just blame the directors who made the show like it is. It is what it is. So I gotta agree with how certain shows are presented, and it just, again, you're dealing with anime, and if it's catered to a certain audience, being at this certain age group, maybe you should make sure you're aware of what your kids are watching on top of that. And there's always been that awareness for parents to make sure your kids are watching the most appropriate thing. And if they're not watching the most appropriate thing, maybe you should turn the TV off and tell them to watch something else, or put it on something else for them so they can watch it. Don't blame the people who are putting out these shows. That's something that you as a parent should be worrying about your child watching shows that they shouldn't be watching. So it's the same thing with a lot of people when it comes to anime. This is why a lot of people are having such an issue with or the government was having such an issue with anime in general, is because they feel like watching anime or watching underage anime fictional characters will perceive you as a predator to real life people, and that is not true. So, and it's never been true. So it's like, what gives you this excuse to blame anime for that, when it's you as a person who's probably just weird, and you can't just blame a show for their mistake, Just can't. You just really can't. So I'm just hoping anime does not get banned in the West because of that. It's super annoying and it's really stupid. And as far as like the government needs to figure out their issues. They really do. Oh, hello, Winter. Sup, my boy?
It's unfortunate. It's unfortunate, but I don't think so. I mean, obviously, with the Trump administration, he's already realized that it's thankfully almost over, and so I thought somebody else joined.
Did someone else join?
I don't know.
I don't see anywhere.
Who are you saying hi to?
Oh, Lenter. He was in the chat.
So thankfully this current administration is almost over. Unfortunately, what's going to replace it, hopefully, is it's not promising either.
It's really not.
And so it's just you can't really ban anime because product is banned.
Again, if you can't ban anime, but like they said, they're banning it from the West. So it's like, like in Japan, you can still watch anime, but over here, it's like it's banned. You can't watch it. They might take it off the servers. You're probably gonna be blocked from the server in the U.S. to even be watching anime.
My refund from I pay Funimation directly. I pay Crunchyroll.
And that's another thing. I feel like they're gonna also discontinue those companies as well. But then they're also stating the fact that they might not ban particular anime in general. It's probably just a portion of where it has to do with children. That's where they're gonna really like get rid of. Like, so it's like, even though anime have nothing, it's like literally the majority of everything when it comes to that, basically. It's anime,
Let's just take a look here. Anime,
join, like, I would like
America,
to join.
I've got nothing. United Nations proposal to ban anime not approved.
See, Lancer, just to let you know, he's kind of sick right now. That's why he's kind of a little bit low.
Oh, they're trying to ban Pokemon?
Yeah, that's like banning Pokemon in a way. It's like the one show that gets everybody to basically be together and have fun and enjoy the game, the series, and everything. You're gonna ban that. The one thing that brings everybody together, you're gonna ban that. What in the hell, Bobby Hill? That is a...
What in the hell? Now, granted, a lot of these proposals, like click on video here. I mean, as far as what is June,
hold on. We got Lenter joining us today.
June.
Hello, Lenter.
Hello, friends.
we were.
SpongeBob is banned in China.
So our topic was Stranger Things, but then we ended up going on to stuff about. Uh, well, we're pretty much we're talking about the fight that we have set up right now. Would be like Maka versus Ruby, and then we end up talking about anime being probably banned from the West.
Can't happen.
Well, they tried it once before. That's one way of doing it.
It's like, JK, let me just spend all the time in the world on Crunchyroll. And then what are they going to do about consumers who have DVDs?
Exactly. But that's the thing. It's also saying like, even though they banned it in the West, it's like, oh, what if they somehow get access to one of the stores and try to like buy whatever they need to buy, or try to pirate stuff out, because that's the only way you're gonna be able to get these type of shows is pirating stuff out, or finding a app that will allow you to watch some of these shows, because the US don't want you to watch shows because it might get you to think a certain way.
Oh, it's turning into a communist country.
Yeah.
It's turning into Mother Russia. Tell me about it. I didn't vote for him. I mean, look what's trying to freaking replace him. I mean, I'm a libertarian by political trait. And I'm looking at his opponents for the 2020 election. I'm like, and no offense, I just feel like it's like, I feel like I'm living in the novel 1985. To where it's like, if we let the Democrats win, I don't know how you guys call politically, but if we let the Democrats win, something like anime being banned, seems more likely to me. And it seems more likely to me because they're far more likely to go down this very politically correct rabbit hole when
yeah.
And so and so on top of that, it's more like, okay, but you have the internet, and ergo,
But they could still block that though. That's the thing. Like, here's the thing. Even though we have internet, it's still possibly blocked.
We've already tried to set the internet on fire. We've tried it before. It didn't work.
You trying to say you could proxy it?
No, I think it's like you can't eliminate the internet, and the internet practically immortalizes it.
Yeah, it is.
No, I'm saying that they could block the website
We've tried to
unless you could proxy it. That's what I'm saying.
Like right now, I have the most yeah. You just get to these points in life where our government is stupid.
Yeah, that's where everyone's leaning at right now.
our government is stupid no matter who's in power.
Yeah.
Well,
I mean,
you can't say Obama was stupid. You can't say
the 2020 election,
can't say Obama was stupid.
like, it's almost like going to a certain, like, for me, what is everybody saying?
I was saying you can't.
Oh,
I was saying that. Well, you can't say Obama was stupid.
no, Obama wasn't stupid. But I'm saying, like, what came after was stupid.
Yes, what came after was stupid, and
Because it was stupid, and
So literally our country was screwed after Obama left.
right. And then,
Two main candidates were just both did not feel that these have a feeling result either way.
no. I mean,
It was
you
irony
had,
is they ended up getting the reason for the president, so that all happened badly.
he wants to roll back from human rights to,
Hold on, can we get banned for talking about police
I mean, this is a podcast. I mean, literally, yeah, it's literally a freedom of speech.
and our government is subject under that to criticism. So, I mean, granted, what I was going to say was,
Lower the music.
Yeah, lower the music. If Jordan is sick, then you might need to lower it for people to actually hear him.
How's that?
hear me?
No, like when I was on the stream, you were quiet.
Hello, can you guys hear me now?
I'm not really sure. I'm not on the stream right now.
Okay. John, can you hear me?
Let me try to unmute the stream for a second, and let me just go through it. Go ahead and talk.
Oh, wait.
Can you guys hear me?
Yeah, it's kind of low. I don't know. It's kind of very low.
I have my Apple headphones in. Can you hear me now?
Oh, okay. Let me just. Yeah, it still sounds pretty like far off. It's like if you're not even near the mic, that's what it sounds like.
Oh, okay. Well, hold on. Yeah, I'm like right near the mic.
I could kind of hear you still. I mean, it's a little bit better, but I could hear you.
Can you guys hear me now?
I can hear you just fine.
Okay, this is pretty much.
Uh-huh.
Okay, so going
No.
back to...
Stop it.
Okay,
Okay.
jeez. Okay.
So yeah.
I mean, basically what's to, like, replace Donald Trump isn't as appealing either.
It's really not, but again,
It's really not. It's like I don't know if I should make this an LSD, but it's like going and you hit the C section. It's like you get, it's not even like the B squad at this point. It's like you have like the C and D squad of the Democratic Party, and it's kind of sad. But it's for me, like I'm like, okay, Bernie's there, great, awesome, failed idea, and then you have his predecessor trying to replace him. So a lot of people really don't want socialism in America.
kind of weird. Kind of weird though.
Yeah. It's kind of weird.
Anyway,
Weird.
I think we should just go ahead and definitely get back on.
Oh yeah. Cluster North. Well, we've already talked about Pokemon controversy enough. Enough to the point where it's like, okay.
So yeah,
I mean, it's dumb. The game ain't out yet. The graphic, of course, it's looking like a Wii game. It's goddamn Pokemon. It's not gonna look like Breath of the Wild.
and it's like you're talking about someone who's not even part of that company of making Link in the first place. So therefore,
Why people are upset about the Master Collector? Like, here's the thing. Most of us don't even pay attention to the older Pokemon anyways, because we go use the new ones and try them out.
And then I just go straight back to using Blastoise after and then trying out the new Pokemon. But I guess I'm just
Yeah, I do think that no natural is kind of dumb, but still, Pokemon makes no sense.
It does. It makes sense from a point of I mean, great.
You did not explain it well enough to actually give us a definitive reason why we got rid of it.
Right.
so you're thinking
Back
you
to
so
the last podcast.
so the whole balance system is not explaining why they got rid of it. Wait.
Now that I spoke my mind about that, let's talk about Comic-Con, because that's a thing.
Oh, right. Guess what? Archer Season 11 was out.
The Marvel Phase 4 has been revealed. That's cool.
Interesting.
That's one of the big things that happened at least. But the fact is that Hawkeye is getting a movie.
I don't know how I feel about Hawkeye the movie. I mean, I'm hoping that it does good, but I'm trying to see what the whole Black Widow thing is going.
It's probably gonna be good.
Question is probably.
Probably the most likely because they get
Probably turns into a baby, and then maybe turns into a dump.
I mean, it could be the worst of the Marvel movies, but then again, that's a big film with a bit on it.
I mean, there's Ant-Man and the Wasp. Could we know that?
Apparently the Russo brothers are making a Fantastic Four. Why? Because there hasn't been a good Fantastic Four movie.
Chris Pine isn't like.
Here's the thing, there hasn't been a
Chris
good
Pine is Captain America. He can't be the Laser Dude anymore. Okay, well, I guess they can use
What else? What else is on this list?
We got some DC animated stuff going on, like Harley Quinn's new show that's gonna be airing eventually.
Oh yeah, Blade is getting a movie.
Yeah, apparently.
Yeah,
Well, the thing was, it was still rumored to happening, and then they still haven't like gotten an official word of who was gonna be the next Blade, or if we're gonna have the original person for it.
I can hear that keyboard.
Wow.
Whose keyboard?
Yours.
Mine?
Yes.
It's not a keyboard. A ring and cherry box.
That's interesting. But yeah. um,
What other movies are in the Phase 4?
there was a lot of things during that Phase 4 that I just don't. But those,
Oh, Doctor Strange sequel.
oh, that was gonna happen.
Yeah, still, that's interesting.
They were supposed to have the sequel anyway. Like there were certain things that were already confirmed, but like for the most part, whatever else was trying to be confirmed, I don't think
I don't know
it's
what
true.
Shang-Chi is, though.
Really?
Yes. Shang-Chi.
It's a martial artist who's known to be like one of the few martial artists that exceeds as to Iron Fist level of fighting.
We have WandaVision.
Wait, then why not make an Iron Fist movie then?
Because people don't like the fact that there's a white person playing Iron Fist, even though the main concept of the comic books, if you ever read the goddamn comic books, I'm just gonna like blast every single fan about that. It's like, you read the comics, right? Yes, there was an Asian person who played the Iron Fist, but for everybody who does know the Iron Fist at this current point in time, it is played by an American white rich kid who became the Iron Fist. Do you not understand that? How's it whitewashed? It's been said in the comic book they already had this character existing. It wasn't boring. That wasn't the complaint. The complaint was the fact that it was a whitewash. It was just the fact that it was a white actor. That's why they were like super complaining. Even though if they read the comic books, you would know that it's all played by a white person.
Yeah, the character's actually white.
Falcon and the Winter Soldier is actually pretty cool. Because they're actually giving the Falcon some spotlight.
True. I mean, it's gonna be decent. Because they're also saying that he might get the super what is it called? The super serum, where he's like Captain America, where he gets that super abilities and whatnot.
I don't think so. Falcon has been Captain America in the comics.
That's what I'm saying. They're probably gonna give him that super serum where it increases strength and whatnot. So whatever made Captain America being super strong and super fast, that's what they're about to give to Falcon, just to be Captain America. Just to be Captain America, essentially.
Can we make a petition to bring back Church Time?
Why?
Love Thunder? That's the name of it?
Oh, Love and Thunder. I mean, they're breaking that female Thor.
I want to see female Thor. I also want to see the other. I want to see the alien one too. Get that one out there, or at least get Frank Thor a go. I want to see that.
What is going on anymore?
Again, we're stuck in a dumpster fire for maybe another year.
The Watchmen.
What, a sequel to The Watchmen or a reboot to The Watchmen?
No, it's like a trailer for the Watchmen.
So the original continuity of The Watchmen.
Series, I'm not really sure.
I think I heard they were trying to do a series. Oh yeah, yeah, I did see the trailer for that, for the new TV series that they're doing.
We see his yet.
Yeah, he's 16 now.
my god.
It's a 2-year jump skip.
10 is something that's coming. We all look sad. Like, none of us watched that series.
No, sir.
Okay, Rick and Morty season 4.
That's gonna take a while for them to get out.
They're going off the trailer now. It's probably coming around very soon.
Probably. See, here's the thing. They always hint it as like probably coming out, and then once they finally like hit you with the episodes, they be like, well, that was just random.
Well, no, we have already put in promos. We've already put in
Again, they're always been putting in promos.
promos and sales, John.
What's coming up in the top? These DuckTales episodes are also coming.
Yes. Thumbs up.
What's funny is that the DuckTales is going full Smash Bros. On us. Putting a bunch of like Disney afternoon characters in there. It also showed a lot of other stuff. Trying to find stuff is the hardest. Because I'm looking up on YouTube.
Okay. I feel like
Oh,
this has gone a little bit too far, too long. We need to end the stream now.
I know why. These tickets are expensive. That's why. Aww.
Tickets are always expensive when it comes to Comic Con.
Let's see. Owl House theme song to be. I think it was like the new Terminator movie was got a trailer shown. Why?
Anyway,
Okay, final season. We got the final season of Arrow, a new season of Flash, and I think a new season of Supergirl.
yeah, and they revealed the Flash's new suit as well.
Ooh, the return of Brandon Roof as Superman.
I don't know why.
What's that thing about Captain Marvel not wearing pants? Or wearing pants? Or Supergirl wearing pants?
Supergirl doesn't wear pants. Her clone does, apparently.
Oh, Black Lightning is getting a series.
Well, they're supposed to be starting his how many seasons were they in? They were like into like 3 or 4 seasons right now.
Let's see, they showed the final trailer for It.
Apparently, it's supposed to be. Yeah, season 2. They're already into season 2. They need season 3 to come out for Black Lightning.
Ah.
The problem with that, though.
The big one, the biggest world, the world's Kamehameha wave, I think is Kamehameha. The world record, the Kamehameha world record.
That's a thing.
Yes, that's a thing. Jamie, go on Twitter and look it up. I swear.
I'm not gonna look it up. I'm not gonna look it up. I don't think that should be a thing.
That's like the big thing in Comic-Con.
That should not be a thing. So
Okay.
again, who do you think is gonna win? Maka or Ruby?
Maka.
All right. As long as we establish that, I'm just like, let's just accept it, cause I need to get out. I need to get out of here. I'm also gonna go with Maka, but we'll just see what happens on Twitter, who's voting on Maka, and let's just see who's voting on the Anime Amino and the Fight Club Amino, and see who's gonna take that win. But yeah, thank you for you guys for joining. That was a lot of topics we were going over, from Stranger Things to the fight to political discussions, back down to comic books and what movies are we going to be seeing in the later future. Thank you guys for coming out.
You're welcome. See ya.